We use several Excel sheets for project management, and depending on your role in the project, you might not need to edit those sheets, but you will most certainly look at them and get information from them. And their functionality is a bit different from what you might be used to, so this video briefly explains how you can extract information and use them as tools in your planning of your own tasks within MIGNEX. So in the MIGNEX information folder, there's a subfolder called key management files, where all the Excel management files are located. So we have one Excel file for keeping track of the team members, one for managing contacts, for sending out emails, one for the project deliverables, tracking the production of deliverables, and the one that I'll show you now, which is the MIGNEX schedule. This is the MIGNEX schedule sheet. It's an overview of the work packages and the tasks, similar to the Gantt chart that we have in the description of action. But this one is dynamic in the sense that you can choose what to display and how to display it. And the key to doing that is this row with all the little buttons with triangles on them. Each button allows you to filter or sort the table based on the values in that column. This little button under type has a funnel on it, and that's to indicate that the content of the table is already being filtered by that column. Type here means whether it's work package, task, event, deliverable, or milestone, which each is listed as rows in the table. So if we open this filter, we see that W for work packages is selected, T for tasks is selected, but deliverables, events, and milestones are not. So if we deselect tasks and choose events instead, the table reorganizes itself and shows us all the project events under the work package that they belong to. I'll go back into the filter and deselect both of these and choose tasks again. So this is the same as we saw before, but without the work package headings. And now I'm going to filter the tasks based on who is the lead institution. So say that I only want to show the tasks that are led by Maastricht University. Then I can go here to the lead column and select a filter which shows me all the consortium partners. Click here to deselect all of them and select MU, Maastricht University. So here I only see the tasks that Maastricht are leading on. And they're still sorted by work package. And you can see the numbers here indicating which work package that they belong to. But I would rather have them sorted by when they start. So then I can go here to the start column and click sort, oldest to newest. And then again, the table is reorganized and it shows me the tasks that are led by Maastricht in the order that they start. But Maastricht is also involved in tasks that they're not leading. So maybe it's more relevant to have a list of all the tasks that Maastricht is involved in, regardless of who's leading that task. So to do that, I'll go back here and include all tasks, regardless of who's leading them, and then head over to the right of the table, beyond the Gantt chart, where there's a set of columns showing each institution in our consortium and whether they are leading or contributing. So here I can go to Maastricht and deselect the blanks. So yeah, like this. So I don't care whether they're contributing or leading. I just want to get rid of the tasks that Maastricht is not involved in. So deselecting the blanks. Here I have all the tasks that Maastricht is involved in. And although I sorted on the starting date previously, and that little arrow still indicates that it's been sorted by this column, the order is now a different one, because when I sorted the last time, it was sorted based on the rows that displayed at the time. Now I'm displaying a different set of rows, so I have to sort again to get all of the tasks that Maastricht is involved in the right order by when they start. And if I'd like to print it, I can go to File and to Print. And then I see only what I selected. Now I want to go back to what we showed initially. So the list of tasks and work package headings, regardless of which institution is leading the task. So then I'll go back to the filter I had over here and make sure that everything is selected for Maastricht, so none of these have finals on them, meaning none of them are filtered. Type is still filtered, and there I want to include the work package headings. Now what we have is a bit confusing, because we do have the work package headings, but the tasks under each are not the ones that belong to that work package. And that's because I sorted the content based on starting dates for the tasks that Maastricht is leading. So I want to reset the order to what we had initially. And then I can use this first column, which is labeled sort by work package and type. And whenever the order is messed up, I can go back here and choose sort on that one, and it's sorted by work package and type. So if I had events and deliverables included here as well, the events for, say, work package 1 would be listed below the tasks for work package 1. So that's the basics of the functionality of the sheet, how you can select just information that you want and display it in a way that's useful to you. I'll show you a few other things about this type of sheet, which you might not be used to. First of all, virtually all the formatting that you see, like the colors in the Gantt chart and the grayed out dates and so on, all of that is conditional formatting, meaning it's based on the values in the table. So for instance, all of these grayed out or crossed out dates are dates in the past, which makes the list easier to read. And you see also on the Gantt chart itself here, the gray background is the past, the white background is the future. And this changes automatically as time passes. Also, here you see the list of starting dates and end dates for each activity based on the project months as they're specified in the description of action. So for instance, now we're entering project month 12, which is the end of year 1, and it's August of 2019. Right at the end of the sheet, we have these project months for each activity. The ones that are listed in the description of action, a revised plan if we have that, and what's called the best estimate, which is either what we had in the description of action, or if there is a revision, then it uses the revision instead. So for instance, say that this preparation of the research area truth table that was originally planned to happen from month 30 to month 34, if we say that we actually want to do it a bit sooner, so it'll instead be from month 28 to month 32. We see that the figures in the best estimate columns are updated to show the revision, and also the coloring in the Gantt chart is changed to show this revision. So now it's the stretch from month 28 to 32 that's colored, and it's got this white cross-hatching to show that it's not the original dates, it's a revised estimate. This conditional formatting is useful for making the sheet an actual project management tool and not just a storage of data. So it's more pleasant to work with and conveys information in a better way. What you have to be aware of when you're using a sheet like this is to not mess up the formatting, which can happen if you copy and paste things from one cell to another. So in general, if you need to edit the content, don't copy and paste, but select the cell and then write directly what you want to change. So for instance, if you want to change it from Afghanistan to Pakistan, you write it into the cell instead of copying and pasting. Another thing to be aware of is that a lot of the cells contain information that's taken from elsewhere in the sheet. That's quite important to avoid contradictory information. So for instance, we wouldn't want the column lead to say that ODI is leading the coordination documentation of the survey, while over at the end of the table, the columns showing leadership and contribution to the different tasks indicates that another institution is leading. So in order to make all the information consistent, this column simply takes information about who leads the task from the columns to the far right. So before you change a cell, it can be a good habit to just verify that it doesn't contain a formula that takes information from somewhere else. And in this case, we can see that there is a long and complicated formula that shows that it retrieves the information from other cells in the table. So then we shouldn't edit it here, but we should rather edit it at the source. So if I go over to the L and the C columns to the far right, there I could change the leadership to another institution, and it would be reflected in this column. So in summary, there's a lot of functionality that makes the sheet more useful, but also a little bit more vulnerable to unintended changes or errors. So just take a little bit extra care when you make changes to a sheet like this, but enjoy all the functionality, in particular this possibility of selecting what information to display based on your information needs.